Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Greetings. Enter to win 500 grams of silver grains. The 100 subscriber to banksilver.org will win 500 grams of silver 0.999 grams.
Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers.
Hi, I'm Lloyd Strayhorn, inviting you to heal with the numbers and cards in person at the Circle of Cosmic Consciousness Retreat in New Orleans. Go to stshealing.com to learn from the Masters, Aquarius Maximus, King Simon, Nina Diamond, Jazz Aphrodite, and myself. Don't forget, New Orleans, August 17th through the 20th at the Cosmic Consciousness Retreat. Register now at stshealing.com. That's stshealing.com. See you there.
Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I want to talk to you about an amazing event. It's the Forbidden Conscious Awards going down in Miami, July 30th, 2023. Go to forbiddenknowledge.com where you can pay for tickets. We're giving away 12 amazing awards. We're also going to give away an Audi A4 live at the event with big celebrity guests like Havoc from Mobb Deep, myself, Forbidden Knowledge. Also, we'll have Dame Dash, performances by Donnie Arcade, and Cruz. I want to see you there, July 30th, the Forbidden Conscious Awards.
It's the numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Yes, family. We got a great show for you today, as we bring on our great one once again, returning to King Simon Presents Only Quality People. We have the one, Dr. Shakira Moore, coming up in the next few minutes. It is now 6 minutes before the top of the hour. I hope everybody's feeling well. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming through and being a part of the journey. As usual, your brother King Simon is in the building to stay and play. So we got Dr. Shakira Moore talking about your greater self. And I like how she spelled that, because this is going to be an interesting conversation about that. Is waiting on you. So I'm glad that everybody is getting ready. And don't forget, later on at 9 p.m. tonight, we have Jason Lamar Antoine coming in, and he's from Ancient Aura Jewelry, spiritual guidance through jewelry. He'll be speaking about that. And don't forget on on July the 9th, we have Dr. Phil Valentine returning to Burn on speaking about the metaphysical replay and the dark matter think tank. We're going to speak about that with Dr. Phil Valentine on July the 9th. We got a double header in that evening. Later on that evening, that's 9 p.m. Later on that evening on Sunday, July 9th, we have Raziki coming in the building. How Nubia, Afro-Asiatic cultures are responsible for the re-emergence of Tantra and much more. And do remember, on the 12th, we got the one, the only Aisha J. Sims coming in from 8scape Healing. And on the 16th, we have live and direct the one, the only Dr. Alicia Watkins and Dr. Boyce Watkins. So, and don't forget to subscribe to this great channel. One of my sponsors here, the 100th subscriber will win 500 grams of silver. I don't know if they reached their plateau yet, but please do get your silver by banksilver.org. That's banksilver.org. And remember, my other sponsor, Lloyd Strayhorn, lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's 800-581-4401. World-renowned astronumerologist is in the building. Don't forget, we will be later on this month. We will be down there at the Conscious Awards, man. Be a part of history as you attend the Forbidden Conscious Awards, recognizing thought leaders. And this is only the first one, so look out for that. And then in August, we'll be in New Orleans. Jackie Levine, Nina Diamond, Aquarius Maximus, myself, and Lloyd Strayhorn will be in there for like 3 to 4 days. And then we're coming to New York. Now, look, this $25 tickets is over. It is now $30. I just didn't change the flyer yet. As you can see, from June 1st to July the 1st, the ticket sales are over. Right now, we're going up to $35. That's going to be another sale, and then there's going to be another sale before. So if you didn't get your early bird tickets to see Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mirara Kwesi, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. And if you do want to advertise with your brother, please email me at ksptvmedia@gmail.com. That's ksptvmedia@gmail.com. You could be a sponsor. You could be all of that. Advertiser. Very reasonable rate. And I'll shout you out, announce you. And if you advertise for at least 3 months, guess what? I interview you. If you are guaranteed to be on for at least 3 months. 2 months, no. 3 months is the deal. And remember, advertisement doesn't cost, it pays. And we got 3 minutes before we get to Dr. Shakira Moore. We got also, make sure if you're passing through Wilmington, Delaware, check out Drop Squad Kitchen. If you want some good muscle relaxers, make sure you go to EPS Holistic Health and Wellness with Elizabeth.square.site. And if you want some good products from Nicholas, hit up Nicholas. All you have to do, if you're buying retail products, 10% off with this. Take a snapshot of this right now, and you can show this snapshot to any one of the stores, either in Harlem or you can show it in Brooklyn. And remember, Ashra Kwesi got a big trip coming up to the great place of Cairo, Kemet, Nubia, all of that. He's going to be doing it. Give him a call. Tell him King Simon sent you, and he'll hook you up. If you want to get any of my books, please go to Amazon or just go to my Linktree at /King Simon the Numerovator, /King Simon the Numerovator for my 2-hour class on Udemy, or you can get the 8-hour, I'm telling you, uncut raw class. I'm telling you. And if you want to book a session with me, text me at 347-496-1022. And remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith with what will be. And like Dr. B. Sirius says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, because none of us are perfect in this realm. Let's give that a round of applause. Okay, without further ado, it is now 1 minute before the top of the hour. And I am ready for y'all, family. I am ready for you. I am ready for y'all. Yowza. Brother King Simon in the building. Yeah, I'm still traveling, so I don't have my regular background, but it is what it is. All right. Just want to make sure y'all understand that. All right. Let me check that off. But without further ado, I want to welcome on my stage once again this beautiful, 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 impeccable sister that's been doing great work and having a good time. I'm broadcasting not only on YouTube at my 2 channels, but I'm also broadcasting at 3 channels on Facebook and also on Twitter. So look out, King Simon ain't joking today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't jokey today. We ain't jokey like Martin used to say on Martin. And we not jokey today. We broadcasting on Twitter also. And without further ado, let's welcome on the virtual stage of King Simon Presents, the one, the only, Dr. Shakira more, as we welcome her on right here, right now. Without further ado, what's up,
man? Greetings. All is well.
Greetings. How you doing, sister?
Amazing. Grateful.
Man, you did a wonderful job on Brother Rich show. Grateful to Brother Rich doing what he does, man. Wonderful job, man. Went down and answering those questions. Ain't no joke, boy.
Yeah, they were coming with him.
It ain't no joke, family. I tell people, and I'm going to be on, I think next week, Rich and I is going to decide what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, answering questions. Y'all come up and talk to me. And I want to, and you know, I'm going to deal with mental health, and I want to be able to deal with that with the numbers as far as our people is concerned, not just breaking down their numbers, but you know, sister, you've been doing some great, wonderful work throughout our community. We did a wonderful workshop in February. We got another one coming up, but we ain't announced it yet. Mm-hmm. But look out for that. It's going to be top-notch, high level workshop when we bring that iridology and numerology together. But you know, you're also embarking on another journey, which I'm also proud of, and I want people to understand this. And I want to bring that website up real quick, if you don't mind, just to show people what it is that you're embarking upon as I share screen. And I want everybody in the chat to welcome. I see people are welcoming her, and I love that. That's good. Thank you very much. But this is an interesting thing that you're going. This is an interesting road that you're taking with Be the Waters. Now, everybody knows the other website because everybody's been buying from the other website, which is holisticcapalace.com. But this particular one, BeTheWaters.com, tell us about this new journey, because the title and the topic of this show is Your Greater Self, and you spelled it very different. CELLF is waiting on you. But tell us about this website. Zen Bebe, big up to Zen Bebe. He's one of your partners in this. Big up to the Zen. Give him a round of applause. Let me give him a round of applause because, you know, I want to give him a round of applause. Show him that we show love here. We show love. You know what I'm saying? We show love in this place, all right? Mm-hmm. So I just want to make sure he get that love. Now, tell us about this new journey, which as a spiritual teacher with your own spiritual teacher that you're working with. Please talk about that.
Absolutely. So that the topic that we have is one of the first words that my spiritual counselor said to me. You know, one of the things that most people are caught up in saying is, when I get this right, or when I get my money right, when I get this right, then I'm going to do that, you know, and that's the lingo that we're so used to, because that's the ego, that's the mind speaking outside of ourselves. And that was what I was caught up in as well. So one day, you know, just constantly in that phase of my life, just back and forth, being a recidivist, up and down. He stated to me that nothing is coming, rather everything that you desire is waiting on you. And so I didn't realize how powerful that was at the time, you know? And so as I begin to practice, it's been about 5 years now with my spiritual counselor, and not only as his client, but as his student as well. So all that he's taught me is what I'm bringing to you all today. So the website name Be the Waters came from another conversation we were having, me and Zen, about me being fluid, being flow, being water. Like everyone knows this saying from well, Bruce Lee didn't create it, but that's something that he constantly stated, that water takes the shape of anything that you put it into, right? And so we constantly have this stagnant energy that when we hold on to things, when we think, when we outside of ourselves. And so if we look at ourselves and place ourselves as water and look at the fluidity of water, again, it takes the shape of anything. It can rock, it can be rocky, or it can flow. And
Right.
so that's the title, where the title in itself came from.
You know, and that's, thank you very much for that title. And
Mhm.
it was me reading one of your newsletter. And if you haven't joined her newsletter, make sure you go to her website. It's her reading her newsletter on this particular site, Holistic Palace. You can join the website, and I think you also have a newsletter through Be the Waters, also, right? Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes,
So they can
we're
join either one of
working
those
on
websites.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can join either one of those websites and find some very pertinent information that can give you guidance. And when I seen the word self spelled the way that is usually not spelled,
Hmm.
let's delve into that, because you spelled it with the CELL, and then
Right,
and
right,
showing that it's involving the cells in the body.
right, right.
Let's talk about that.
Hmm.
Why such a powerful word that's not even in the dictionary? It's not even
Hmm.
in the dictionary. Let's
No,
be
no,
real.
it's not. No.
No, but it should be. I'm going to send you in
It
the.
probably will in the future.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you the dictionary place where you can place words in the dictionary. I'm gonna send that to you.
Hmm.
There's a website you could do that. That's how I got numerovation in there. So it's important that, and not the urban one. I'm talking about the real one. So, and usually it takes some time because it takes a certain amount of algorithms and people saying it over and over to build it. So
Right.
that's very important. But why use that word self instead of using SELF? Why use CELLF? Please
Right.
speak on.
I use that word directly so that we can begin to identify that which is in us, which is over, it's billions and billions of cells within us that are constantly at attention,
Mm,
listening to every command that you give it. So when I say the words, your greater self is waiting on you, your cells are waiting for your greatest command
mm,
to be your best self possible. Okay. Every single day, your cells are at attention, waiting for you to drop a line. Okay. And so, whatever you eat, whatever you say, the different activities you do, your cells are recording this as data. If
right.
you watch TV at a certain time every day, guess what? The cells is going to record that and say, okay, this is what we're doing at 10 o'clock every single day. And then we wonder why we're not able to escape specific paradigms. We're like stuck in our mind where why do we do this every single day? Why do I play video games every single day? And it's because you have not sat down and commanded yourselves to do something different. So
Mhm.
the moment you make a decision to live, and this is why I go beyond just one consultation with iridology. We have programs set up in place to
Mhm.
help you heal on a deeper spiritual level.
Mm,
It's easier for me to say, hey, take this, and that's it. And then
mhm.
the cells may take it for a little while, but it takes at least 30 days to reprogram the cell, right? So
Mm,
we're working with you constantly, reinforcing that which you need, your spirit is calling out for, because every client that I have,
mhm.
I believe that there was a spiritual connection prior, that you've already decided this is what I needed. And so we let things outside of ourselves, like
Mm,
the like for instance, we look at numbers, right? We look at prices. We
right.
can read everything and be like, oh my goodness, she is saying everything I need. And then once we look at numbers, we're like, whoa, so we have to begin to reprogram the cell to not look at things outside of ourselves in that way. We're
Right.
greater than that, whatever number that we are attaching what we truly need for ourselves. So that's the key of what I would say.
Okay. Okay. Well, now, would you say now, family that's just tuning in, we have with us the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore. She is our guest. Her links is right here. Her link tree / holistica healing. Her Instagram is also holistic hope with a WHOL, holistic hope. Her Cash App is Holistica Love, and her PayPal.me / Holistica Goddess. Her websites. And when we're specifically speaking up more now, we know she does iridology, but we're talking about the spiritual practices, is BeTheWaters.com. And then her iridology website is Holistica Palace. So make sure you support that. The topic for the evening, if you don't know, family, is your greater self. Look how she did with the cells, is waiting on you. Big up to your Zen for even coming up with is waiting on you. So now, would you say, with that statement, using the cell, would you say the analogy of using it in the right way is how we move our hands and how we just automatically move our feet and hands? We don't even have to think. We just move.
A lot of thought, right? Involuntary movements, right?
So you would say it's just like that. It becomes second nature. It becomes
second nature, right? And that's what we work on with each student of the program. First, I would like to say I'm so honored to first be on this platform and to be working side by side, both with my teacher and both my teachers, my Grandmaster Dan McEady and Zen Bebe. They look at me like I'm their daughter. So I'm so grateful to come to this point. And they've given me so much, poured so much into me. They truly see me as my best self before I did. So I just wanted to start there. But as far as working with the students, we want to reinforce that of everything you do on a daily basis is what you've programmed yourself to do. Constantly, again, living outside the self. So we had a student and she's doing amazing. Oh my goodness. When she started, she was in a state of worry, constantly worrying about her health, worrying about, medical numbers, different numbers on the medical reports that they give. Is it going down? Is it going up? And one of the things that we focused on, one of the things that I came up with, a quote, I said, escape the how and get into action. And now she's been with us for about a month. She's down 14 pounds. Her blood pressure is down. But most importantly, she escaped that how and got into the swing of action. She and both me and Zen has been working with her. So she is truly a believer in all that we are bringing to her. She realized the other day that through the breathing exercises that I'm teaching her, it's called the embryonic breathing exercise. It's a breathing exercise that brings you back into childlike state. That also brought her pressure down. So it's more than just sitting behind a screen and speaking with you. We give you spiritual tools to help you along with your healing, physical spiritual tools that will mail out to you. We have a whole shop if you look at it on as well as the programs. We have spiritual bath cleanse and different spiritual tools that help you along your journey so that you can tap into your own inner master healer that every one of us has within us. So that is what we're constantly showing the students, to reinforce that which is already inside of them. Okay. And so we're just we have it where you have complete access to us personally, so that anytime there's you feel like there's a slip up or you have any questions, we are here constantly to guide you. Okay. We really truly want to see you be your best selves and no going back. Okay. Right. That's the reason, the core reason for the detox for iridology programs, level 1 and the level 2 course.
That's very good. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. On your website, there's a particular quote that I really like. Not the one from you and Zen, but the one that from the Buddha, which says, In the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, how gratefully you let go of things not meant for you.
Mm.
And word Buddha comes from the enlightened one. We know what it is. A lot of people have started worshiping him. We all know what's happening. But what does that mean to you? The three things that your website states, that you even decided, both of you decided to quote the Buddha on how
Mhm.
much you loved, how gently you live, how grateful you let go of things, how graceful you let go of things not meant for you. What does that mean to you from your perspective?
Well, I would say when each of us
Yeah.
shed the body, it's like something, our entire lives, how we lived our lives, flashed before us. And so when we look at all of the things that we do hold on to on the human part, as far as traumatic experiences, anger, all of these different human emotions. And so the key of life, as the quote states, is how well you let flow
Right,
the
right.
water, right? So at the I don't say the end, but at the beginning, because when you shed the body, that's the beginning. That's
Right.
how your spirit, your soul is quote unquote judged. How well you loved, how open your heart chakra is, because that is really why we're here. And most people, we don't really realize that we have certain parts of ourselves, of the chakras, have a lot of blockage within them, especially when it comes to the heart. So the key to this existence is to really dive into how well we live our lives when it comes to the constant flow, letting go of things that no longer serve us. We constantly hold on to something that we think we need, and it's not moving us forward. Okay, and we want good health, we want wealth, we want all of these different things. But what kind of sacrifices are we willing to give for that? So if that's the main key as well, because that part is what we really, that first session, couple sessions within the program, that's what we're really focusing on, what we're willing to release and sacrifice. So I would say my interpretation of that quote is all of which I just stated, as
Right.
far as not just being so tight, your hands are closed, you're closed off the universe. There's no everything, everybody I say has like this spinning wheel, constantly spinning, but it stops when we stop.
That,
That's the part, that's the journey that I'm on now, taking people beyond iridology. Once you have your initial iridology, then I know, okay, how to work with you, what program would be best for you, so that you're constantly getting that which you need, so
yeah.
that when, there are no regrets. And then this is things that you can pass down to your children.
Now, thank you very much for that answer. And of course, I got to give that a well-deserved round of applause. You know me. There it is. There it is.
I can't really hear the applause. I just wanted to let you
And that what reading that quote, it brings me back to a lot of things that we as people in this realm experiences. Of course, loved, lived, and being grateful when you're ready to let go or let in. And a lot of what, when I take on clients, I realize that some of them, they need the hand held. Some of them are very hard-headed and rough and stiff-necked because I guess how they're like Brother Panic would say, a lot of people have been mind controlled over the years. Mind control has kept us in a box instead of realizing that there is no box at
right.
the end of the day. And the powerful thing that I love what you have decided to do in regards to this new website and this new journey of revealing your spiritual essence on guiding people and helping people to be the water, like Bruce Lee used to say, and which is an ancient philosophy, is that you're willing to set the program in place with you and the Zen to help them walk through. You know, because like I told you before, because you asked me about it before, and I said I ain't got time to do that. I'm gonna guide you, because numbers is like boop, bop, bop, bop. I'm gonna let you figure it out, but I'll guide you to people like yourself and your platform and other people that does that. That's why Dr. Valentine has a university to help give you those step-by-step guidance. He has those children's school to give them that. So my job is more to disseminate the quick activation, and if wherever they got to go with it, let them go. You know what I'm saying? But I commend what y'all are doing from the universities, and I can see what you're doing turning into a university eventually. I can see it. I can see it, to Be the Waters University. And if your Zen is listening, that's a great ideal. That, you know, what Dr. Valentine has done for over 20 years, y'all, it's time for y'all to do it, you know, because y'all, the next, whatever y'all are doing is going to be other levels and from another perspective. What is the spiritual system behind what you're doing? What is it? Is it Ifa, Akan? What is it? Voodoo, Hoodoo? What is it? So people know.
We simply meet people where they are. We do not walk into it where we subscribe to a specific system. And it's the same as even in martial arts under my Grandmaster Dendic Ede. We don't subscribe to one aspect of martial art. We use it all. We use many different systems and put it into one. And it's the same as we do here. Right. So even when our students ask, you know, because they have those questions, we allow them to ask questions, you know, what kind of, you know, they'll say, what kind of spiritual system is this? Because I don't want to be straight off my Christian path. And I'm like, no, we don't want you to do. We're not persuading you to follow any specific system. We are simply meeting you where you are. Okay. And what God and deity you pray to, then we're meeting you where that which you stand. And I'm also a non-denominational minister, so that's part of my duty as well. You know, constantly not forcing. We don't want to force. Okay, we want to meet. You want to gracefully welcome them in without making them feel like, you know, this is what you have to do. No, you come as you are. We meet you where you are.
Powerful. Thank you very much for that, because I think people need to be clear, because there's so many people coming with initiation systems, and you got to go here to get initiated. You got to go to Africa. You got to go here and here.
There's many paths to the light.
Exactly. There's
many paths to the light. It would be stagnant. Right. To use one, we use many. Right. You know. So
that's right. That's right. That's in the Bible. It says, "In my Father's house, there's many mansions," and it is. There's many mansions in this. There's many mansions. So, and once people understand that, you know, I remember the late great Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad says. He said, I'm all of that." He always used to say, "All of it came from us, so I'm all of it." You know what I'm saying? It's all part of us. And that's why, you know, personally, I study the Tao, I study Kabbalion, I got books on Ifa, I got books on Voodoo, I've got books on Islam, I got books on Christianity, I got books on Rasta, and I take what I need to make myself better. You know, after being in various organizations for many years, and I tell people all the time, take what you need and move forward. You know, please thumb up, people thumb up, share, and like this broadcast, and build the algorithms, because sharing is caring. And once again, we are here with the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore in the building. Of course, give it a shout. Give it a shout. Because she's doing great works in our community as a young soul, doing an old soul doing with a young physique, you know, doing what she got to do and to take it to that next level. Hit her up on her website, BeTheWaters.com, or holisticapalace.com, which is very important. And again, you got her Cash App, her PayPal, Instagram here. Her Linktree takes you everywhere you need to go. Linktree/Holistica Healing. That's Linktree/Holistica Healing. And again, the Cash App is right there on the bottom, and PayPal.me/Holistica Goddess is right there. Now, a lot of us, and I have to say us, because some of us fall short of the glory of God within.
Mm.
Some of us fall short, although we came here fearless until we was taught fear.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with clients that seem to always want to bring the fear in front of this? Because even in the disaster preparedness community that I'm part of for like over 20 years with Aton Edwards and a lot of the great ones that have done the disaster preparedness throughout New York, we used to say fear is good if you harness fear and redirect it to accomplish the goal. Because we all going to get a little fearful in certain things.
Right.
How do you deal with clients that may still come with that constant fear attitude? How do you deal with those clients, please?
Well, it takes time in the beginning when working with the client who's filled with worry, fear, all of these different human emotions that we have picked up in childhood. We can learn that from our parents. The way our parents are as well. If you were carried in a womb where your mother was fearful, a worrier, then you begin to carry on those same traits. The cell passes information cell to cell. So you're doing, when I tell my clients, when you're getting an iridology, you're doing something way more beyond for yourself. I mean, you're literally have the keys to your blueprint for your entire family. The keys to your inherent weaknesses or genetic diseases in your entire family. So now I would say store it in a book so that now the next generation coming up knows, okay, this is where the challenges are if I go down this path: the kidneys, the spleen, the liver. So we look at that's what I would suggest. I suggest all of that to my clients. So in the beginning, moving that energy, in the beginning, we have to not judge, come from a place of rushing the client and stating, that cliche, it's okay. We take them step by step, give them tools. You get different book recommendations. And this is why the duo of the Detox Iridology Level 2 is so brilliant, because I come more with the health aspect, the metaphysics, and also the spiritual side. And then Zen comes with more on a deeper level of his spiritual system, because he's been doing this for years. He knows how to read auras. So this is really a program that you've never seen like this before. And so when I start to, I don't like to say break it down, but build it up. If a person, let's say, comes to me with challenges with the kidneys, it's not just me saying, okay, here, take this kidney blood. Now we got to go into the spiritual aspect of the kidney disease. Okay, the anger attached, fear is also attached to kidney ailments. So over time, living in this state causes kidney damage. And then we go into the why, into the beginning, that childlike state of when you first felt that feeling of fear. And I want to be clear that we are going to get that in our lifetime. As long as you have this human avatar, you're going to feel that, but it's not to let it halt you. Like every time, for example, I go live on Instagram, it's like that. My heart begins to race, and because you really don't know what you're going to say, but I trust that God within me, that spirit within me, to know that I will flow no matter what. So fear is the absence of trust within the self. So it helps you to really trust that you can heal, believe that you can heal. If as long as there's life, there's hope. And so when we have these emotions that we've given up, the moment you've given up is the moment you stop healing yourself. But when you begin to trust that which in you, which you cannot see, which that inner part that you have ignored, you have neglected, because when you reach a point of chronic disease, that's neglect for years.
Right.
And so we have to go in, we want quick answer. We want a quick fix. Okay, I damaged myself for 30 years. What herb can I take to bring my pressure down? What can I do to No. We're not, there's no quick fix. I'm going to take you step by step of what you need to do to not only get out of this challenge, but to stay out.
Powerful.
The true thing of fear is trust. It's the absence of trust within the self. Trust that you can heal. Trust that you're born with this endless, infinite account within you, and you haven't tapped into it yet. So we're just helping you to reach your treasures that you haven't even seen.
Wow, that was a very good answer, man. You did that a lot of applause. Go ahead.
Your applause is not working, by the way.
You're not hearing it? You're not hearing it?
I can't really hear it. Yeah, it's a
I
little
know.
faint. Yeah.
It's because I'm traveling. It's traveling. I'm trying to do that. But big up to my cousin, St. Michael, in the audience. He's the designer of this shirt here. Big up to my cousin, St. Michael, in the building. He's an artist. I had him on already. Michael Beckford, Cal Beckford. Big up to him. Big up to them and all the stuff that he does. And I was wearing the shirt earlier today. So, and I'm glad that he came on. He's one of the supporters. And I support him. We support his family. That's how it is. And thank y'all for people putting in the comments. Of course, people putting in the comment, epigenetics. Yes, it's epigenetics. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's what it's all about. And people, once again, we have Dr. Shakira here at your service, of course. And again, go to her Linktree / holistic healing. Her Instagram, make sure y'all sign up to her Instagram and become a friend of hers at Holistic Hope. That's with the W, HOLISTIC, Hope. And of course, her Cash App is Holistica Love, and her PayPal is paypal.me / Holistica Goddess. And do remember the website again, which practice more of the spirituality of it all, is BeTheWaters.com. And of course, her iridology and products and everything. They also have products on that one also. We're going to talk about that also.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they got some very good high-level, high-frequency products on there at Be The Waters that really work if you are open to it. Let me be honest with people. You got to be open to things.
Right.
You're not open and you're closed. Nothing works if you're closed to it. You know what I'm saying? And I tell even people when they're dealing with numbers and all that numbers work just like a GPS. If you turn on the GPS to get from Georgia to New York, then it's going to work for you. But if you turn it off and you're doing it by memory or doing it by starlight or moonlight or whatever, that's going to work for you. I try to tell people to tap into the starlight and the moonlight and your inner GPS. But if you do need assistance, people like her and Zen Bebe can help you out. Again, let me show that website so y'all will know what it is and what it ain't when we get to these products, son. So they got some great stuff. Hold on, let me get back to the website. Let me see. You got products here. Boom. Now tell us about let's go with this product right here that's shining here, right? This product that I'm pointing to right now.
Yeah, the protection oil.
Protection oil. Talk about that.
So that's we have different jewelry pieces with different oils that you wear that energy all day long.
Right.
And so you get instructions on how to activate its energy. If anyone is familiar with different deities, our oils are powered and charged with the energy of for the protection. That's Lord Ganesha. It's a deity of protection and removing obstacles. So we go deeper into that when you order. But more importantly is the intentions that you place in your oil. Anyone can purchase and, you just wear it around your neck. But if you're not charging it up with your energy, then there is no real point to it. So it comes with different crystals inside and a special remedy of oil, which beyond in a physical sense, the smell is amazing. This is all products handmade by Zen. And so you can learn more about it. If you click on it, I'll give you a little information and history on the deity Lord Ganesha. Then we have the abundance oil that's powered by goddess Lakshmi. which is the goddess of wealth, abundance, prosperity, attracting that to you. And so you begin to identify with this energy, seeing yourself constantly open for wealth, constantly protected, removing obstacles out of your way, which that really is an illusion. And really some of it that we've created within ourselves. So this is what we have to offer.
Let me ask, hold on. Let me ask you a question real quick. Do you advise people to go and study the different deities for deeper impact for themselves? Do you guide them to go and get a book on them, or you just keep it simple? How do y'all do that? What's that?
I had a customer. She purchased it. I did lead her forward to different teachings on. She was very interested in this this kind of spiritual system. She's never heard of it before. She was just so intrigued with the look, the pendant, the oil. And so I sent her information on, how to look up each deity on YouTube, different, chants that you can use, and her, create your own affirmations as well. So I do suggest my clients to go a step further in learning more. So knowing what you are wearing and embodying yourself in. And we also working on little cards. I'm working on little cards for each purchase, so that you'll have all of those like mini little information to carry with you on each pendant, protection or abundance.
And what is this particular product about? The bath, the cleansing bath. Talk about that briefly, please.
Yes, I actually have it right in front of me. Oh, that's actually one of my favorite. We don't realize that we carry so much negative energy from a job, from if you argue, you argue a lot with your mate or family or friends, you are constantly carrying all of that baggage. And so you don't realize you're so fatigued, you're tired, you feel heavy. It's because the spirit is heavy. And that's, sort of the show we had the other night, spiritual weight loss, losing the heaviness that you're carrying within your spirit. So this bath, and many people have said that after taking a spiritual bath, they feel light. They didn't even know that they shed something which was not there, or which they did not see. Right. So this is beyond just putting, sea salt. I mean, this is different oils, essential oils. It's different essences that we place in the spiritual bath kit. Comes with the candle, comes with complete instructions on how to take your bath, what you need, all the products you need. OK, so that you're intentional about, shedding the old self. And it's good to do a spiritual bath at least once a week, especially in the times that we're living in. Okay, at least once a week. And so you'll get affirmations that you can recite during the bath experience. But I tell you, you literally only need one drop. That's it. I mean, like literally like a drop. It's that strong. It's that powerful. Every time I run out, and Zed always laughs because I say, listen, I'm out. I need more. Is that special to me, because I know what it does for me personally. So I love the fact that others will get a chance to experience this as well. We all need to constantly keep not just the physical body clean, but the spirit as well.
And y'all do, and I know because of the health things that you do and the importance of all aspect of cleansing, that people could take a spiritual bath and don't do a darn thing to themselves. Because they don't acknowledge the inner work as well as the outer work. And because you have a ongoing program that now, how long does the ongoing program goes with you and your clients? Is it 6 months? Is it 60 days? How long do you deal with it?
Days. Yeah, we start off with 60 days.
Okay.
We're working on longer packages.
Okay.
And then once you're complete, most people want to keep going. We have one client that just wants to keep going, so you can have that option to, keep going. And again, we're working on longer duration for the packages as well. But 60 days is to start. Mm-hmm.
Now, the people that want to keep on going, when is it that you say you've graduated, it's time to move on?
Mm-hmm. It really, we don't want to keep the client,
Right.
constantly.
Exactly.
It's really up to what we see in the client and what the client sees within themselves.
Okay.
Now, if we, see that they're, I've had people that, okay, what herb can I take for this? Just constantly, not really trusting in themselves. But, when you're in the program with us, even for the 60 days, you've already developed a powerful habit within that time where you won't be so dependent upon us as you were in the beginning. So it's more than just, staying within the program because until you feel like you're ready to fly, but it's in a sense where you're going to get to that point before, it's like, so many sessions later and years later that you're, constantly going back. So really, we don't have like a time limit, like, that's it. Go ahead, bye. You can do, 1 hour sessions, 2 hour sessions here and there. And I do encourage those who are interested in the program to schedule an initial spiritual counseling or spiritual health assessment so that you know what you are getting. If you're, not sure, you need more in depth of what we offer, you can schedule an initial with myself and Zen. And then we can help you along that path. Okay. And then once you schedule your initial, we have that on there, and then we just get you in for the program.
Right. And they can contact you and sending messages through your website, Be the
Yes.
Waters.
If you have any questions, yes.
Right.
But we do have on the website where you can schedule an initial with each of us, with both of us. Or you can do it together or you can do it separately. Either one. I encourage to do it together so that we can, any questions you have, then we work together with you to do that.
Right. Okay. I see the initial spiritual session with either Zen or yourself. Okay.
Absolutely.
I see that. And thank you very much for that explanation, because I think it's very important. And there's a key word that you said, you kept on saying, is trust.
Yeah.
And helping, you can't really force anyone to trust. They have to really develop this thing called trust, especially if they lacked it in their mother or their fathers in their formative years.
Yeah.
And getting through those formative years are very important, that sometimes you have to go back to grab that child and give that child a hug.
Yeah.
From that child, because I can go back to my childhood when I fell out of a window, at a second floor window, and my thing of falling out the window wasn't that I was just alone in the house. It was just that I heard voices that were familiar with me, and when I looked out over the ledge in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and I seen familiar faces, I decided to go down. And I went down, and my cousin, who just transitioned a couple months ago, he caught me. That was a big trust. Because it just shows you that children don't have that type of fear. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to run in the streets and people had to tell us, no, don't go there. Don't play with fire. Don't do this. We had to be told this. But I remember that vividly at the age of 2, walking over the ledge, and Tony, may he rest in peace, caught me because he was the tallest one amongst my father and my uncle. My father wasn't there, my uncles was there, and I was at the house on the second floor, and he caught me. So, that word trust is and I'm saying this to you people out there, trust is a very important word that you need to unpack, not just physically, but also spiritually. And I suggest going to the word itself, finding the etymon or the etymology of the word, and actually unpacking it and how it relates to you, in order for you to do such programs like this, to trust in other people, but learning to trust in your true spirit and the true you and who you are. Would you suggest that? Am I making some type of sense, Dr. Shakira?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to make sure I'm making sense.
We've gotten so far away from, the true essence of who we are.
Yes. So
we think we are riding this body by ourselves, that we're so addicted to the human part of us, the desires, watching TV, the food. We serve money instead of money serving us, and so that's never a good mixture. And so when we begin to go back into that childlike state, or even let's say the womb, before you even took on a physical avatar, it was just that spirit. And so when you begin to understand that your spirit's always been with you since child, there's no age with the spirit. There's no addictions. There's none of that. If you came here without it, then you can reverse all that you are going through today. And that's one of my quotes, that the iris is proof that you can heal and reverse any disease that you may experience in your lifetime. And so it's for the person to truly believe that. And that's what I've done with one of my clients. Oh, she's so amazing. Is that I've walked her through a program. We specific affirmations that she had to write, put Post-it notes everywhere of these affirmations. And now instead of, constantly worrying about if she's going to heal from this disease, she says, I know I am. I see it working. I see myself healing. So that was the point that I take so much joy in seeing. And so I just look forward to seeing more of that in more people. Like I've done even with for myself. Right. For myself, it took a while to get to this point. But it's the work that each of us must commit to, and must submit you and surrender to your spirit. That because it's not you driving this body, it's the spirit. And so you need to get in that passenger seat and not be stubborn and stuck and stagnant, and let that which you cannot see, that's greater than you, guide you on your path.
Powerful. Family, I don't have my bells and whistles because I'm traveling. Y'all know I usually have applause and all that. But what the sister said from her dynamic perspective was very encouraging. I do ask everybody to rewind this and study what she said, and do go to her websites. This is her second website, which is holisticapalace.com, where you can book virtual now, and understanding that even healing is spiritual. Even your health is a spiritual thing.
Yeah, everything. Yes,
exactly. Everything has a spirit to it.
Because with any disease does not start unless consent from the spirit. So if you have challenges with the liver.
Wait. Say that again. Please say that again.
Disease does not start unless it's consented from the spirit. So it's knocking at your door to get your attention because you've been ignoring that for so long. It's like getting a cold, right? You get a cold, and instead of tending to that cold, getting you some cloves, some aniseed, some echinacea, you cover it up, you ignore it until the symptoms disappear. And we have this thought process, which we have to escape from, that when the symptoms disappear, the disease is gone. It's that initial shock that you needed to pay attention. Then the cold turns into the flu about 9 or less than that, maybe 7 months later. Yeah, the flu. And so we're like, oh, I never get sick. And oh, how does this happen? Well, you don't put everything into context clues. That cold happened 9 or 8 months before. Then you ignore the flu. You cover it up with Mucinex and all of these over-the-counter drugs. Later on, it becomes pneumonia because now the mucus traveled deeper into the bronchioles, cutting off air supply. Now what? Pneumonia calls for hospitalization. It's the same thing with the spirit. The spirit shows you different ways to take care of itself before it gets to a chronic state. And then when we reach the level of what is called anxiety, what is called all of these different mental, psychological ailments, you've had those acute signs in the beginning. And the initial symptom or the shock is, we begin to cry, we have these emotions, but once that passes, we're done. Right. And so until it shows up again. So we need to remember and focus on the fact that we have to constantly be in prevention mode. That's what iridology is about. That's what the programs is about. And one of my favorite proverbs that I always quote is that, you don't wait for the war to have started to pick up a sword, or you don't look for water or you don't dig a well for water after you become thirsty. You do these things along the way to prevent unnecessary suffering. That's the key. So start now, start early, start wherever you are. I encourage people, even in my generation, to get started, because high blood pressure doesn't just start like that. It's manifested even throughout your 20s and 30s. All of this stuff takes time to develop. So instead of waiting for that to catch up, have habits now in which you are constantly in prevention mode. Different self-care habits, or spiritual baths once a week. Time where you take off 2 days, or if you can, take off a week once per month, to give yourself, treat yourself to that spa day, or just that going out for nature walks, grounding. These are ways where you're just constantly in prevention mode, where you're not waiting for that buildup where you're exploding. Right? So right. That's what I would say. Disease does not start unless consent from the spirit. Every disease is connected to some kind of deeper spiritual emotion that you have suppressed and locked away.
Powerful family. Make sure you show our sister Dr. Shakira Moore all the love. I would have all the applause button kicking, but I'm not in my space like I used to, traveling on the road. Make sure you hit up all her links at Linktree/Holistica Healing, and of course her Instagram is Holistic Hope. Her and she also have Be the Water at Instagram too. She has Instagram at Be the Water also. Don't forget that. I didn't get to put that up there, but there is a website connected to that. Her Cash App is Holistica Love. Her PayPal.me/Holistica Goddess. And the websites, these are the two websites I've been showing you throughout the whole dissertation and the whole interview. BeTheWaters.com and Holistica Palace. Now, last questions before I let you go, my dear. Last question, and people, please again support through Cash App and PayPal. Spread love, you know how I like to sing. Last question to the young people, to the adults that have children. Because I know you have a beautiful child. How's your child doing? How's Bria doing? How's your child doing?
She's 8, doing well.
That's good. Tell I send my greetings.
Teach her the same ways. Absolutely.
Yes. Send my love and greetings to her and the family, and your twin brother. She's also a twin family. Y'all, y'all don't even know. It's deep. To the young people, and I want you to direct it in a few moments, in 1 to 2 minutes, what you have to 3 minutes. Give yourself 3 minutes or 4 minutes to speak to the young people, because a lot of the young people are lacking a lot of spiritual views and or going down a path that's they consider it's spiritual, but they don't understand the balance between the shadow and the light and how to bring it to balance. They want to go down the dark side and the dark this, but they don't understand the balance of it. Speak to the young people that are doing or getting into this for the first time, that is tired of so-called religious and dogmatic religion and all that kind of stuff, but they really want to get into not just the spiritual aspect, but also the healing aspect. Talk to the young people right now. I'm just going to put you in front and you're just going to do your thing. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, now with spirituality today has become a trend. I call it fairy dust spirituality, where it's like you can you go on TikTok and Instagram, and it's all of these different quick things you can do to, and so really to discern with your spiritual eye how to tap into that, even at a younger, quote unquote, younger age, taking time to listen to that inner voice. You're so much noise, I would say. Lessen the music, That's one of the things that we're constantly doing. We're constantly bombarding ourselves with this music that actually causes mucus. You know, if you listen to enough rap music and all of that music that it's low vibrational, all of that can lead to disease as well.
Right.
You know, because you're just constantly drowning out your inner voice. Your inner voice is always there, and it's loud, and it's waiting for you to listen. But because you're constantly busy outside the self, you cannot hear it. So I would say anyone getting into this, you know, in your 20s and even in teenage and 30s, is to take time and sit in silence. Even start out with 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Put on a timer, all right, where you're just going to be completely silent. Don't even put on any meditation music. You don't even have to be in a crisscross applesauce, you know, stance. Just get into a place where it's dark and it's quiet, and then you can hear yourself. Then whatever you hear, write it down. And then whatever it's you know, leading you to do, if it's saying you should try out for, I don't know, the soccer team, or this is as teenage, or you should try out for the debate team, even though you've been doubting yourself, that are you good enough to do that? But then your inner voice would tell you to do that, and so you'll act on that based upon that greater part of you asking, saying that to you. So that's what I would say, the intro. And then we do have the Be the Waters meditation kit, which allows even the beginner to tap into meditation in a way which they could not imagine before. People think meditation is hard. It's not. There's a right way. There's not. It's your way. All you need to do is be still and be quiet. Okay. Then there's different hand movements, or what is called mudras, to get you into if you have challenges quieting the mind, because there's so much going on up there. In the first 5 minutes, it's going to be like that. But as more you practice, the better you get at it. So I would say that's my first step. And then you command what you want. If you when I found my teachers, I commanded that. I knew I needed help. I commanded I needed a teacher. My grandmaster, Dan McEady, appeared. I commanded that I needed more guidance spiritually. Zen appeared. So these are, you have to command what you want. Command the cells, and the cells will work for you.
Wow. Powerful, powerful family. I know people are trying to ask questions, but I got another show that I have to prepare for. One is, and I want you to go book a session. As a matter of fact, you can actually go book a session or hit her up on IG. Hit her up on the IG, and she could ask that same question on IG. Get up on the IG. You see the IG, Holistic Hope. I'll make sure I put that up there, because I have I got to close this down and get ready for another session. But let me if you want to tap in and DM her on the IG, please do so. She does answer her IG. Believe that. She keeps it in lock. I'm going to put it up right now. And or you can go to the website and ask any questions or message them. That's what, but quick, fast, and simple right now, while she's doing what she's doing, while she's in the zone. Go to the DM right now and say you was watching her and King Simon, and you want to ask a question. I got another program. I got to make sure I move on, because I promised I forgot I had him on schedule for the things. He accommodated me and said he'll do the 9:30. So I had him actually on first, but my sister, I wanted to make sure I get on after she did a successful show with Brother Rich. Big up to Brother Rich and the whole Black Magic 363 family. And remember, big up to Zen Bebe, and of course her teacher, Grandmaster Dan McEady, and also BeTheWaters.com and HolisticPalace.com. My dear, I want to thank you so much for coming on and being a part of my King Simon Presents Only Quality People journey.
Yes.
And again, give your beautiful daughter a hug for me next time I see you. I hope we'll see you either out Georgia, wherever we're going to be at. I hope to see you. And just stay strong, stay focused, keep on doing what you're doing. And thank you for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate you much. And we'll talk, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love. Peace and love. That's right. Give a round of applause, family. I don't have my applause button right now, but it is what it is. I'm on the road. I'm gotta hit the road back to Georgia in a few, and I'll be back in my man cave or my palace, my man palace, and in Georgia, and doing what I got to do. This has been a great show. Your greater self is waiting on you. She specifically geared it towards the young people. Again, hit her up on IG. The IG is right here. It says Instagram, Holistica Hope. And if not, I'll put it in the chat right now. Here's the chat. You can hit her up on the chat also. Put it in the chat right now, the Holistica Hope. Man, there it is. Here's the Holistica Hope in the chat. You can actually click on those links right now. Go to her IG. She can get you for those. She got the stuff for the eyes. She got everything for the ears. She got the stuff for the lymphatic. All of that you're asking. She's dropping it on her website. Make sure you go to the website and show her some love. These are the two websites: BeTheWaters.com and holisticapalace.com. Let me get ready to close out, family. Want to remind you at 9:30 we have our dear brother coming up. Jason Lamar will be in the building. Spiritual guidance through jewelry from Ancient Auras Jewelry. He will be here. I will have one of the piece on next at 9:30 p.m. And of course, want to remind y'all that Dr. Phil Valentine returns right here on July the 9th. I will be in my studio, in my office at that time. So you'll definitely get the fullness of the claps and the awards. And then I have a guest co-host. I didn't put that flyer up, but the guest co-host is Dr. Angela Moulton, my dear friend, Dr. Angela Moulton. She will be as a guest co-host for this particular one. We're going to be speaking about the metaphysical replay that he got coming up on the 22nd of the month. He's replaying that whole webinar, the 22nd of the month. And then we're also going to speak on the dark matter think tank. This is something that Dr. Phil Valentine used to do back in the day. Also, big up to Raziki. Raziki is a beautiful sister that's been doing her work. How Nubia, Afro-Asiatic cultures are responsible for the reemergence of Tantra and much more. Make sure, and it's going to be Tantra Beyond the Table. It's not just about sex. This is not about sex. This is about healing and help, even off the table and on the table. But we're going beyond the table, what she's about to do in Africa. So that's going to be big. So I can't wait till she come on July the 9th. That's going to be the double header with Phil Valentine coming up at 7 o'clock on July the 9th. And then she coming up at 9 o'clock. Very interesting enough. Phil is connected to the number 7. She is born on the 18th, which is connected to the number 9. So I'm putting them all on blast that way. All right. And big up to Aisha J. Sims. I've had on before. July the 12th, she's coming in. She is a spiritual advisor that has so much to offer, and an author and a magazine owner. So we're going to be having her back on and doing what she loves to do, 8-scape healing. And then on the 16th of July at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got Dr. Alicia Watkins and Dr. Boyce Watkins, financial advisor, Dr. Boyce Watkins and Dr. Alicia, who is a relationship and mental health therapist. And of course, she's going to be here live and direct with her husband, talking about love. We're going to be talking about love on all angles, financial and all of that, and just plain old relationship. All right. And we want to thank one of our sponsors here, of course, banksilver.org. That's banksilver.org. Make sure you go get your silver right there or subscribe to the channel. Remember, Lloyd Strayhorn is also one of the sponsors. Go to his website, lloyd-strayhorn.com. Remember also the first annual Conscious Awards, Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Award. I'll be on the red carpet doing what I do best, having fun with the people. And of course, we will be at the 2023 Circle of Cosmic Consciousness Retreat. That's going to be big. So make sure you show some love to that with myself, Nina Diamond, Jackie Levine, Aquarius Maximus, myself, and Lloyd Strayhorn. And do remember, we'll be in New York City. I will be in New York City with Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mary Rod Kwesi. It's going to be off the hook. The price has now gone up after January the 1st. So make sure you get your $30 ticket now. It's gone up. Vending is available, but limited vending is available. No live stream, no live taping of the Baba and his wife. It's going to be September 23rd on a Saturday from 2 to 8 p.m. It's going to be off the hook. If you do want to advertise, please, by all means, hit me up on the email that you see here, ksptvmedia@gmail.com. Remember, advertisement does not cost. it pays. I only want quality advertisers on my show. That's how we do it. And I want to thank each and every one of you. And let's get ready to close out, because I got another show coming up. Remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, because no one is perfect in this realm. And close out with Dr. Delbert Blair's prayer. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind and my spirit to receive only truth in your love now. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. In the immortal words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up, you mighty nation. You could accomplish what you will. One love, one aim, one destiny. In the words of the great Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. And in the immortal words of Maya Angelou, she says, and still we rise. Family, have a great day. Take care of yourself. Be strong. Stay focused. And keep on tuning in to King Simon Presents Only Quality People. I'll see you in the next few minutes with Brother Jason Lamar. And this is the next program coming up right here tonight. It's a doubleheader, so don't touch that dial. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Greetings. Enter to win 500 grams of silver grains. The 100 subscriber to banksilver.org will win 500 grams of silver, 0.999 grams.
Hey everyone, Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I want to talk to you about an amazing event. It's the Forbidden Conscious Awards going down in Miami, July 30th, 2023. You want to make sure you're at this event. We're giving away 12 amazing awards in 12 amazing categories for people that have impacted your life in a positive way. We're also going to give away an Audi A4 live at the event. If you've ever been impacted by people on social media, YouTube, podcasters, archaeologists, TV hosts, producers, or anything else that has impacted you in a positive way, make sure you go to forbiddenknowledge.com, click on the Forbidden Conscious Awards link, and make sure you help us vote for the winner. You're going to want to be there because this event is going to be a red carpet event, black tie. We're going to have a pre-event mixer with Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I want to talk to you about an amazing event. It's the Forbidden Conscious Awards going down in Miami, July 30th, 2023. Go to forbiddenknowledge.com where you can pay for tickets. We're giving away 12 amazing awards. We're also going to give away an Audi A4 live at the event with big celebrity guests like Havoc from Mobb Deep, myself, Forbidden Knowledge. Also, we'll have Dame Dash, performances by Donnie Arcade and Cruz. I want to see you there, July 30th, the Forbidden Conscious Awards.
Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%. Or prosperous, righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.